Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. The NBA Summer League is in the books, so let's take a look at some winners and some losers from Summer League action in Las Vegas. We'll start with the number one overall pick, and we'll start with winners here. Cade Cunningham. Took a game and a half for him to really hit his stride, but once he did, he really caught fire in a major way. The assist numbers aren't what I think they will be in the regular season. Pretty bad talent around him on this Pistons Summer League team, and that's going to be true in the regular season as well. But the 50% from three on high volume I thought was very impressive. The shooting was on display. He can score at all three levels. He's as advertised. He's going to be a very good pro. I think at worst, he's a solid starter for 12 to 15 years. At best, he has a Hall of Fame career. I mean, I think he has that much potential and that much talent, and we just got a little taste of that during the NBA Summer League. So I was impressed with what the Pistons' number one overall pick was able to do. I might have been even more impressed with what Jalen Green was able to do with the Houston Rockets. Shout out to H-Town. They really had some of their young guys show out in the NBA Summer League. Look at these shooting splits from Jalen Green in the NBA Summer League. Over 20 points a game, 51.4% from the field, 52.5% from three, and he shot 93% from the free throw line. This guy is a walking bucket. He can flat out shoot it. Like Cunningham, he can score, he can ISO, he can get to the rack, he can step back three on you. He might be the best pure scorer in this draft, although Cam Thomas has a pretty good argument for that as well. We'll get to him later on in the show. I was impressed with the top two picks. I thought Cunningham was great. I thought Green was awesome as well. We got to see those guys go head-to-head also, which is fun. Maybe this is a brewing rivalry between these two players over the next 10-plus years. Who do you think will have the better career? Type C for Cade Cunningham. Type G for Jalen Green. What do you guys think? I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Cunningham, Green, better career in the NBA. I said shout out H-Town. Alperen Sengun, another Rockets rookie. He was great, man. He was absolutely fantastic in the NBA Summer League, averaging a double-double of about 15 and 10. The Rockets crushed this draft. What can you say? Got to give the dudes down in Houston some credit. That front office, they pulled off a very good draft. I'm excited for Stephen Silas, who was dealt a brutal hand last year, takes that job as the Mavs' top assistant, and Russell Westbrook and James Harden skate on out of there. Now he can really coach some guys who want to be there, some young talented guys, as they start this rebuilding process in Houston. I thought the draft was great, and that was on full display in Summer League, led by their top two guys in Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun. Now, we don't have a Rockets channel, but maybe in the future. What we do have and what we did launch recently was our brand new Knicks and Sixers channel. We have named those, by the way, New York Knicks now, Sixers now. Both are racing to 2,000 subs. So if you're a Knicks fan, you want to beat the Sixers, right? youtube.com/KnicksTV. Go check out our latest Knicks news and rumors videos. Also, Sixers fans, hey, closing in on 1,500, youtube.com/76ers TV. The race to 2,000 subs is on, so if you're a fan of one of those two teams, go ahead and check those out and subscribe. More Summer League winners here, Davion Mitchell, and, this was a great pick by Sacramento. They've been ridiculed in recent years for good reason, but their last two picks of Tyrese Halliburton and Davion Mitchell, they look pretty good. Halliburton was great last year. Mitchell looked great in the Summer League. The guy is just an absolute pest on defense, and he can shoot the ball as well. He shot, I think, like 45% from three during the Summer League, which is an area of his game he really improved at Baylor. He's going to be an instant impact guy because of his defense, and I think he'll be able to score a little bit as well early on, and that part will continue to be a part of his game. I think he's going to be around the NBA 12, 15 years because he is a prototypical 3-and-D player. He's Pat Beverly with more shooting ability. There you go. That's what Davion Mitchell is. Cam Thomas, another Summer League winner. We kind of alluded to it. I said Jalen Green's a walking bucket. Did you see Cam Thomas's numbers? He only averaged 27 a game in the Summer League. I mean, my God, I think he's going to contribute as a rookie on this Nets bench. 27 points. He's not going to do much else. He's not going to dish. He's not going to rebound. He's not going to defend, but I think he could average 8 to 10 points as a rookie coming off that bench for Brooklyn. 42% from the field, 36% from three. He'll take some bad shots at times, but he can absolutely fill it up. Davion Mitchell and Cam Thomas were named co-Summer League MVPs, and both were well-deserved because they both were outstanding. Mitchell more on the defensive end, Thomas on the offensive end, as those guys really had great moments during the NBA Summer League. Some honorable mentions on the winning side of things. Jonathan Kuminga for the Warriors. Not the best efficiency, but the athleticism is off the charts. I think in a couple of years, if he can develop that jump shot, he can be a really good player. Jalen Johnson out of Duke with the Hawks. Opted out of his college career early, but he was solid. Had a couple of highlight reel plays. Peyton Pritchard, second-year player for the Celtics. I think he'll get real minutes this year, maybe be that backup point guard. Obi Toppin with the Knicks. I think we're going to get a big jump out of him, like what the Knicks did this offseason. They had a few good players during the Summer League. And then Patrick Williams, another second-year player as well for the Chicago Bulls. Who was the biggest Summer League winner this year? I want to hear from you guys. I just gave you 5 that we focused in on, and then 5 more as some honorable mentions as well. So the biggest Summer League winner was who? I want to know from you guys and what y'all think. Make sure you subscribe to Chat Sports, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. Still cranking out a bunch of NBA news and rumors this offseason. If you love the NFL, our NFL coverage is kicking back into gear as well with the preseason underway and the regular season just around the corner. Don't miss any of our videos here on the channel, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. All right, we do have to get into some Summer League losers. Josh Giddey, well, that's because he played about 5 minutes because he sprained that ankle in the first Summer League game, which is a bummer because this is a guy who's raw and needs to play. So for him to not get 4 or 5 games under his belt stinks for OKC. I thought it was kind of a weird pick, kind of early when they selected him. So to miss out on him to get some game action against some fellow pros, that's disappointing. Hopefully he can get back and healthy and he's ready to go for the regular season, which I assume he will be, but didn't get to see him that much in the Summer League. Cole Anthony, second-year player out of for the Orlando Magic. He finished last year strong, but yikes, he could not shoot it during the Summer League. 7.5 points, under 30% from the field, under 31% from 3. That ain't it. The Magic really need Cole Anthony to hit. Like, if he does not pan out, that's just another guy that they've drafted and has not panned out for them. So hopefully he plays a lot better during the regular season this year. He'll certainly get a lot of minutes. Orlando's not going anywhere anytime soon, so they really need to just figure out which of these young pieces are guys that they can build around. Hopefully Cole Anthony can be that point guard of the future. Speaking of which team will have the brighter future? Type OKC for the Thunder, type ORL for the Magic. I actually think this one's pretty obvious. When you have like 20 first-round picks at your disposal, you've got ammunition to make moves, and that's what Sam Presti and the Oklahoma City Thunder have. So I'm going to type my OKC. I think within 3 years that will be a playoff team, whether it's due to draft picks or more likely using those picks to trade for players. A few more losers here during the NBA Summer League. Killian Hayes. Him and Cade Cunningham did not look comfortable together, and Cade is the better player, so long-term, I'm not really sure how that works. They did not mesh in the few games I saw them play together. This feels kind of like the Halliburton-De'Aaron Fox situation in which at some point you have to make a decision, and clearly you just did when you drafted Cade Cunningham, so what do you do with Killian Hayes? He's not a good enough shooter to play off guard primarily, so is he your backup point guard? Maybe that's his long-term role, but he was a top 10 pick just a year ago, so them playing together, early sample size, not that impressive. I was not impressed with what Killian Hayes was able to do during the NBA Summer League. We got a couple more guys to get to, but hey, we have a Sixers and a Knicks channel, which we told you about. We also have these 4 other team channels that are a little bit more established. The Lakers Report, which is closing in at 40,000 subs, youtube.com/LakersTV. Golden State Warriors Today just crossed 21K. You can find that one at youtube.com/WarriorsTV. Mavericks Today closing in on 15,000, youtube.com/MavsTV. And then our Celtics channel is at youtube.com/CelticsTV, just over 7,000 subs. Here's the deal. As these team channels continue to grow, we're able to cover more teams and launch more channels in the future. We have 6 teams right now, but we'll plan to do more in the future if these channels continue to grow. A couple more guys here. Corey Kispert, the sharpshooter out of Gonzaga, well, he wasn't hitting anything in the Summer League, just did not have the jumper working. The jump shot wasn't there. I wouldn't put too much into this because this is just a classic, a shooter didn't make shots for a few games situation. He could have easily gone on a heater if they had 3 or 4 more games. So not too concerned. He was a later pick in the first round, mid-round guy, so not a big deal. But in terms of what we saw in the Summer League, just didn't really have it. So hopefully that changes once we get into the games that count here in a couple of months, once the NBA gets back and rolling again. And then the last guy, and we've got to mention him, LiAngelo Ball. Now, the hype was there, and in that sense, he's a winner because you've got every account on Twitter, Bleacher Report, and what are some of the basketball ones? True Hoop, and all the other ones. Yo, LiAngelo Ball hitting big step-back threes. Yeah, he made a few shots, but let's look at the numbers here. He doesn't defend at all. Under 38% from the field. Under 35 from threes. People are like, oh, he's burying threes. Well, not really. Not in an efficient clip. Look, it's good to have him out there. If I'm LaMelo Ball, I'm probably telling Charlotte, hey, sign LiAngelo, otherwise I'm walking in 3 years. This is Charlotte, for Christ's sake. But at the end of the day, he just wasn't that good. There's a reason he wasn't drafted. There's a reason that he's been kind of just bouncing around international basketball for the last couple of years because he's just not a very good player. You want to play in the G League and make $80,000 a year? I'm not going to argue against it. Maybe LaMelo helps you out, get you on a 2-way deal, sure, that's fine. But if we're being honest, he's just not that good. He's still good in the sense of he can play professional basketball somewhere across the globe, which makes him a 1%er, which is very impressive, but he's nowhere close to what his brothers are. His brothers are legitimate NBA players. LiAngelo Ball probably doesn't even get a tryout if he has a different last name. So I had to put him on the losers list. I just, he's like the Tebow of Summer League. He's always going to get opportunities because of his last name. It's that just doesn't make sense to me. But, he's fun to talk about, I guess, and he's got some pretty cool tattoos as well. Who was your biggest Summer League loser before we sign out? I was being serious. Those sleeves are wicked for LiAngelo. Let me know down in the comments, biggest Summer League loser. There's always one. Maybe it's LiAngelo Ball. We'll see you next time here on Chat Sports.